Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your weekly general tarot scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are general energies, trends and themes that we're likely to experience over the course of the week. So this is kind of open to interpretation and for everybody. Sometimes we get messages for the macrocosm. Sometimes we get messages for, like a personal sort of read. And this is always under the guise of my intuitive message. So what happens is I go into my intuition, I ask what we need to know for the week ahead, and I will get an image, or sometimes it's like a mini picture or a film or, running in my mind. And then from that, I will get a message and I deliver it. So with that said, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I just want to say a massive thank you so much for the awesome response to everything that I did last week. Thank you so much for all of your well wishes. You know Rafi loves you, and I definitely know that you love Raf. So I really appreciate it. It was very sweet of all of you, and I thank you very deeply and very humbly. So this week's intuitive message is pay attention to the glimpses. So what I actually saw in my mind's eye was a window, and I couldn't see anything around the window. It was literally just the window, and it was like I was looking through it. And what that reminded me of is the star card, right? Because with the star card we get to glimpse the future in some way, shape or form. And so this week's message was pay attention to the glimpses. So those moments of flashes of inspiration, those moments where you get a searing insight that comes to you personally. It might just be a flash, it could possibly be a dream, but it won't be anything. I don't think it will be a dream. I just didn't get that feeling, because I had the feeling that I was conscious in it, but I was seeing through the window. So I was seeing something that maybe not necessarily that I wasn't supposed to see, but I was seeing something that I wouldn't have seen without that flash of intuition or insight. That's been definitely a prominent message of recent for me anyway. Lots of intuitive hits recently, as I'm sure many of you have as well. That Jupiter-Neptune thing going on, I think, is really heightening that experience for a lot of us. And then I had the magic is in the moment. So at the moment that you glimpse something, that you see something, that you have that moment of pure insight, pay attention to what is happening around you at that very moment, because there's a message in the glimpse, but there's magic in the moment. All right. So this is a powerful week for synchronicity, actually. And when you think about the way that these two things are working, that really is synchronicity in motion. So I will be interested to see how many people have true syncs and moments of like, whoa, okay, that was, a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. I never have. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. So for our destiny card for the week ahead, the overarching energy, trend or theme that we might need to be aware of, it's kind of like a script running in the background, if you like, is... Of course it is. It's the star card. Sorry, my cheeks are going red. That was really surprised me. Yeah, so double up of the message for sure. Pay attention to the glimpses this week. What I love most about the star card, it brings peace, it brings relaxation, and it also brings a deep sense of rest and calm, because the star card is what follows the tower. So when this card shows up, we know we've been through it. This is the moment at which it all starts to calm down and we get a little bit of relief and a whole lot of release. The fact that we have the star card, this is a week to check in with your people, your tribe, if you have one. It's really a week for you to think about finding ways to connect on a deeper level to the wider world, or maybe using social media, maybe using the internet. The star card is after all of those things. It goes beyond that though. And this week I would say, for those of you that are so inclined, check in with your spirit team, right? With whoever it is that's working in your favor, with whoever or whatever you perceive to be on the other side of all. This is the time to check in with them, right? So your guides, your spirits, your ancestors, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in or connect to, this is a week to really connect and tap into whatever wisdom they might offer. And that's the beauty of the star card. It offers wisdom of logic and intuition. So it's this world and the other world. Really just realized I'm kind of mind blown by that, so it's kind of cool. That being said as well, remember this card gives you a glimpse. It gives you a little moment where you get to kind of perceive what may be coming up for you, what you might need to know. In fact, the star card is truly the insight cards, but you're getting it up front. So pay attention to the glimpses because the magic is in the moment this week. For your direction card, you have, or direction cards, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so this coupled with the star card, this is not only deep rest, but it's also a powerful sense of mindfulness that may come through some sort of meditation. This could be a week where your gifts or your intuition are really truly heightened in some way, shape or form. Then we have the Ten of Swords. So with this star card, it wouldn't be a surprise to me, especially because we've got the Four of Swords. If we have an internet outage this week, it wouldn't be a surprise to me, on the macrocosmic level. It wouldn't be a surprise if we had an internet outage. It wouldn't be a surprise to me if we have some form of stoppage. So something stops this week, and it might just be a moment of reboot. So, like when WhatsApp went down last time, or Facebook or Instagram, I believe they were rebooting it for some reason. There was all the memes and the jokes about it being someone in the tech department, accidentally switching something off, but I feel like it was a bit more than that. But that's me and my conspiracy theory mind. All jokes aside though, with that Ten of Swords, this could also be a time where some people are coming to an understanding that the tribe that they've had up until now no longer works for where it is that they're going. Everything and everyone at this moment in time is being upgraded. So whatever falls away, don't stress or fret about it, and don't think like, oh, well, they're falling away because I'm better than them. It's not that at all. And if you're in that space, you're obviously not as evolved or as enlightened as you like to believe you are. So what I'm saying is, whatever or whoever leaves right now, it really is making space for something bigger, brighter and better for our futures. And then finally we have the Two of Cups. So this, literally, this could be a parting of ways. So this triplet as a direction energy suggests there could be a parting of ways with partners, friendships, connections. But like I said, whatever it is that's going away this week, there is something else coming in that is truly, truly more aligned with where it is that we are going. If we're all being upgraded, everything around us needs to be upgraded too, right? It makes sense. So pay attention to the glimpses and look around for the magic in those moments. What I will also say to you, let me just give these a good shuffle, is for your so in terms of how do we tap into the star card with these cards, I would say through meditation, through rest and recuperation, and also through admitting what is not working. This is a really powerful week. So if you have those insights where you look at something and you think, I don't want to do this anymore, pay attention to that. And at that moment, look at what shows up. Because as you're having that thought of, I don't want to do this anymore, something around you, whether it's a glimpse, whether it's something in your environment, will show you that's because you're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be going here. For our insight cards, what might the star card be alluding to? We have the Two of Wands. All right, nice. So there is a journey, a path and a decision ahead of us. With the King of Pentacles, right? So in all senses, whether it's your career, your vocation, your academics, like whether you do or don't work, whether you do or don't study, whether you do or whether you are or are not retired, in some way, shape or form, the way that we show up is not only being upgraded, but we're also all being promoted in a sense. And then we've got the Fool card, right? So what do I say? When the Fool card shows up with a Court card, this is someone coming into your life that you do not know as yet. The King of Pentacles is usually an earth sign male, but doesn't have to be Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. This is somebody that's going to be very beneficial on all of our paths, right? So, and this is the thing, especially with tarot, especially in the modern world. One thing that I've observed about the King of Pentacles, it usually shows up for like boss ass chicks, you know, women that have got it together, you know, like successful or wealthy or, you know, well traveled, whatever. It doesn't have to just be like, oh, well, you know, if an earth sign male didn't show up for me. As a person, this would be somebody that's steady, dependable, somebody that, especially with the Two of Wands, this person is either very wealthy, very well traveled, or an amazing business person. This is somebody that knows their shit. You can trust them and their judgment. This insight, like, and this is the thing as well, the Star card always represents a glimpse of hope to show you that something good is on its way into you. And this suggests to me that all of us in some way, shape or form, if you're studying, this may be a study buddy that you get. It may be a new professor. It may be somebody that you meet in the online world that is like super knowledgeable about the subject that you're studying. If you're retired, this could be a friend that comes in to show you what your options are to do with your retirement. If you're not working, this could be somebody that shows you, you know what, maybe you're not working at the moment, but we could find you a job doing this, this and this. If you're not going back to work, they could be showing you some part of your path that you're here for that you weren't aware of up until now. And for those of you that are working, this could literally be somebody taking a shine to you, but it's somebody brand new because they show up with the Fool card. It's somebody that you don't know. And what always happens when the Court card shows up with the Fool card, this is somebody that you don't know that is about to change your path, that is about to change your destiny in some way, shape or form. And I don't say that lightly. You guys know me. I try to keep it as grounded and as useful as possible, but with cards like this, I just can't. Like, it's so good. And yeah, all right, the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords in the direction is a little bit like, ooh. But what this actually says to me is if you're willing to make these cuts, if you're willing to do those moments of release of partnerships, connections that you know are not working, this could be phenomenal. Look at what is trying to break in or to come in for you. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, or people that work for themselves, forgot to mention you. This is fantastic. It's either a new path, a new avenue, or a new client, or maybe even a whole different arena that you're moving into that truly takes you to another level. With that said, I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.